Hey, I'm Tom.
I'm Ben, and today we're playing Overwhelming Dread, 1,000 points each. I'm Necrons, and you are?
Legion of the Damned. So Necron's landing on the planet?
Yes, so I've arrived first.
And I will be coming out of the shadows and trying to stop him from landing on the planet as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. As is typical with battle reports, we'll be going through the setup, and then after that we'll go round by round.
Starting with my Storm Speed at the back. Got my Brutalis Dreadnought, very closely guarded by Heavy Intercessors and the Apothecary, who is my Warlord. I've got a Captain with 5 Jump Intercessors down here, and a Captain with 5 Intercessors down here. And then over here, in Deep Strike, 3 Inceptors.
Here we have 10 Immortals, the unit attached with a Chronomancer and an Overlord with Translocation Shroud. Front here we've got 5 flayed ones, so we have Infiltrate. Over here we have 3 Canoptek Scarabs, 5 Lich Guard of War Scythes attached with an Overlord and an Annihilation Barge. Back here we've got the Doomsday Arc. And over here we've got the Tesseract Arc.
Everything on the field counts as line of sight blocking ruined terrain, apart from the craters, which are here and here. The requisition I will purchase at the beginning of the battle is Protectors of the Imperium. This is 1 RP. It gives Adeptus Astartes units from my army sticky objectives. I also have to choose an objective on the field and protect that objective. If I hold it at the end of the battle, I gain 2 honor points for my campaign. I will be choosing the objective closest to my deployment zone. My 2 agendas for this battle will be Reaper Tally and Purity through Bloodshed. So I need to kill a lot of things in close combat in order to score on both of those.
For myself, I've picked Supremacy through Annihilation and Territorial Imperative. For Supremacy through Annihilation, I pick 3 enemy units of highest points cost, separating out Bodyguard and Leader units. Each time a friendly unit of mine in my Crusade army destroys that Annihilation target, I gain 2 XP for that unit. And for Territorial Imperative, each time a Necron unit destroys an enemy unit that started the turn within range of an objective marker, they gain 1 XP, or they can forego their shooting and charge, and they can conquer an objective for 2 XP, and it has to be a Necron's infantry unit to do so.
Me, I need to get things into close combat quick and fast, so it's going to be a very pushy army. I'm going to move straight up the board and get up there as quick as possible. I'm going to have to weather a turn or 2 of shooting, but hopefully I can survive and get up there. So turn 1, I decided just to play to my strength and be super aggressive. These guys moved up here. I tried to get a charge first turn, but it was 10 inches. Didn't manage to get that even with a reroll. These guys are sitting pretty on this objective. Storm Speed is moving up just to get in position. Brutalis and the Heavy Intercessors are staying back for now.
For turn 1, score primary here, because I'm a beast. I've got Infiltrate units. But aside from that, screen out, make sure he can't get into me, and shoot what I can. By and large, just setting up this phase, move the Lich Guard forward onto the objective, but screen them out with the Scarab still, get the Doomsday Arc ready and lined up, the Tesseract Arc, he's just sitting there. The Annihilation Barge, screening out for when there's a deep strike that will eventually happen there. These 5 flayed ones had committed to one of the agendas to score 2 XP by conquering that objective, and these 10 Immortals, 17 shots straight into these guys, only 3 went through, so not as good as I'd otherwise hope, but it's better than nothing.
So the Storm Speeder poked out and took a few pot shots at the Doomsday Arc. I think I took 2 wounds?
Yep, 2 wounds.
2 wounds, but he'll heal that back, so that
yes,
was nothing.
I will.
Over here, the Heavy Intercessors shot at the Immortals, killing a few of them, and then my unit of Jump Pack Intercessors charged in, finished off the rest of the Immortals, but did lose quite a few in the process via Overwatch, and then the Overlord killing 2 off as well.
did.
I myself, I spent 2 CP to be -1 to wound on this guy, which just didn't matter at all. And then I spent 1 over here for the Overwatch that Tom had previously mentioned.
Yeah, I spent CP for lethal hits and lance on the charge. And then I also spent another CP to try and save some wounds on him on his invuln, but I failed that.
Here, I fell back with the Overlord, leaving Tom's character out in the open. The Annihilation Barge shot his Gauss cannon into the character, nothing, and then shot the Tesla into his unit here, Gravis. Tesla did nothing, but the ability went off and did 3 mortal wounds, which is very nice. These Lich Guard here have been conquering their objectives for 2 XP, and these were going to shoot at his Storm Speeder, but he 18-inch low knocked it with his strat, so the Doomsday Arc just absolutely decimated the character that was left over here. That was the end of my turn.
Was it turn 3?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus,
beginning of turn 3.
Okay, the Storm Speeder shot at the Doomsday Arc, took off 6 wounds, I think, something like that. My intercessors were here, they jumped over, they made the charge in, wiped out the Lynch Guard, but got held up by the Scarab, who also exploded and killed 2 of my guys. And then over here, the heavy intercessors made a 10-inch charge into the flayed ones and took out 3 of them, and they took out 2 in return as well. And then the Inceptors, they dropped down, took some shots on that. How many damage was that?
It was nothing, but your Dreadnought,
Oh, but yeah, the Dreadnought Melters also shot through,
yeah,
and took some wounds off him.
7 wounds off.
7 wounds, nice. So in terms of objectives, I now hold all 4 objectives with OC on this one, and then this is sticky because of my RP that I spent at the beginning, and this one as well. So he's going to have to kill some units this turn to get me off the objectives, or it'll be a high scoring turn for me in my next command phase.
It is my end of turn 3. The flayed ones fell back. The Doomsday Arc shot in and killed all the Gravis because he line-upped his stupid flyer again, his Storm Speeder. Over here, Scarabs fell back. The Overlord was locked out of combat because he was pushed out of engagement range. And then just all the flayers shot in from here. And then the Tesseract Arc shot in as well. He tried to do something, he did absolutely fuck all, the Annihilation Barge, proving his usefulness yet again, and I'm just sort of left out in the open. He's cool, the Overlord killed the character because he's cool.
You're drowning in XP.
Oh yeah.
Loads of it.
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
So yeah, end of turn 4, my Brutalis Dreadnought came round, made a monster charge in, didn't manage to destroy that. I missed all my mortal wounds, it was not fun. The Storm Speeder here carried on chipping away at this guy, and it's just he's not dying. These guys shot at the flayed ones and killed 1, which came back. And then the Apothecary is running away to catch this back objective because I need to hold it at the end of the game to get my oath points. Yeah.
What did happen? I reanimated a bunch. The flayed ones here, they moved round, charged in, killed 1 guy. They've now taken that objective by 1 OC. Very by the edge of my teeth. Skin of the teeth, not the edge of the teeth. Flayed, the Scarabs charged in, failed the explosion, so he's still alive on 1 wound. Overlord popped off, he did some bits, you know, tried to do some shooting, but with -1. But that's really where I'm at, it's just sort of grinding down each other.
Turn 5. So the Brutalis over here shot his multi-melters into the Overlord and killed it, and then the Scarab blew up, killing the Brutalis Dreadnought. These guys, their bolters are pistols, so they shot into the flayed ones and managed to kill the flayed ones, which was really good. The Storm Speeder shot at the Annihilation Barge over there, which killed that and wiped it off the objective. And then my Apothecary just ran back home over here. He now holds that back objective, which will get me my honour points at the end of the game.
This is turn 5, end of my turn 5, and end of the turn 5, end of the game. So what has happened here is I had 2 units left. I advanced the Annihilation, well not the Annihilation, sorry, the Doomsday Arc over here using a CP to make it phase through this vehicle, this terrain, sorry, it's a bit late. Shot straight into his Storm Speeder, only did 4 damage. I rolled a 6 to hit, and how many shots you get, and then 4 2s and a 1 on the actual hit roll. Very embarrassing, but then the Gorse Flares went in, did a bit more. And now this here, the Tesseract Arc, the Particle Beamer at the front, shot in, D6 plus 1 damage, blew it up, 6 damage. And then the 2 little guns, the Gorse Cannons, went into his Gravis guys here, only killed 1, didn't wipe the unit. But that's the end of the turn, end of the game.
That was the end of the game. Good game.
Good game.
It came down to just 5 points in it. So the Legion of the Damned will take the victory by just 5 points because of killing the Annihilation Barge on an objective.
No, you won because you got a lone ops strat. That's the only reason you won.
But we both ended with just 2 models left.
Yeah.
So it was a bloodbath.
Very good game.
And I think you did a lot more XP than me.
I did a shit ton of XP.
Yeah. So, winners all round, I guess.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah. So the Legion of the Damned did stop the Necrons from getting a foothold on the planet. They did take heavy losses in return, though, so they will be retreating back to the shadows, regrouping, and then probably falling back to the city to help the sisters defend the city.
And as a result, the Thraekahn Dynasty, very infuriated. They're going to be coming in, bringing more vehicles just to wipe you out. Not so bad that they might become a bit flary, destroying.
I hate Necron vehicles.
Is it a 4-up in mountain? But no, so more of this we will see.